We're very aware that some of the viewers might have arrived at this interview as a result of trying to find a case manager themselves for a loved one. We wanted to know what's the best thing they can do to assist their case manager to provide the best support to them and their loved ones. So if you could speak to a family or a person who's about to hire a case manager or is an appointed one, what would you, to quote the phrase from Jerry Maguire, what would you tell them to help me help you? So what can they do to make the life of a case manager easier and better so that you in turn can make the life of the loved one better?
Right. So it's the family. Well, the family need to be part of the team. They need to be prepared to get involved with you as so you need to be someone they find approachable. They need the case manager is going to rely on them hugely for their points of view, for their interpretation of what's needed. It's got to be a team effort, really. So it's about being prepared to inform the case manager, being prepared to negotiate with the case manager.
And they need to be quite open about things that they may not want to have been open about, or is it the case that you discover things later down the line because somebody wasn't calling a spade a spade?
Oh
at the
yeah,
time?
well, I mean that happens. And if it's something that is so sensitive that someone doesn't want to reveal it on the first session or for the first year or whatever, so be it. If it's something that is having an impact that does need to be discussed, hopefully, if it's something that can't be revealed or they don't want to reveal initially, in time, as you build up trust, as you demonstrate that as a team you can work very effectively, hopefully that would make the difference.
And would it be safe to say it's hard to shock somebody who's been an experienced case manager?
Shouldn't be.
Shouldn't
I used to make very clear to people that I worked with, so both the clients and the families, is that what we're doing is building up a network. Being very, very open and upfront about it. This is specifically tailored and made for you. This won't fit anybody else. Bits of it might go into someone else's plan. You might have speech therapists working with this person, also working with someone else, but they're two different networks. So when everything's going smoothly, that just ticks over very nicely, hopefully. And when things go pear-shaped, which they do because it's life that we're talking about, the client and those close to them should understand their network well enough that they could make it work themselves in different situations. So, if a problem occurs, yes, of course they can ring me, but they might. I remember one client ringing and saying, "We had a bit of a problem this morning, this happened," and my hair started to stand on end. And she said, "Oh, but don't worry, I rang so-and-so," very appropriate, part of the team, and she's here now and we're getting sorted. Brilliant.
So that's when it's working well.
Absolutely.
And it must take a lot of prepping. I know you start with your assessment, but it must take a lot of consulting, discussions to actually build that network.
It's very intricate and very time consuming, but if you get it right and you've got a good, robust network around that person, then they're sailing.
So then it's just a case of like keeping the wheels turning from there on. Just the oil prop.
Just keep the oil.
That's good.
Yes.